Good day, people of the internet. My name is Arshdog, and this is GW2 Basics. And for this episode, I'm going to show you how to craft a piece of weapon. Well, not a piece of armor or a weapon. Those can be interchangeable. A bag, a rune, a backpack, and then also a good way to boost your level. So first, you need to be trained in a crafting discipline. You can find master craftsmen, which train you. Who can train you in their craft. Then you can just press this and it instantly teaches you it. Then you can access the station, the crafting station that you just became. So weaponsmith is going to be the example here. And you can find these master craftsmen in all the major cities as well as the starter zone. So like over here in Queensdale and a couple other places each starter zone has a craftsman area. So I'm first going to show you how you kind of boost your character's crafting. And to boost your character's crafting, you want to refine everything until you can't refine this anymore. Well, until you can't get any more experience points from refining. Only refine things into planks, ingots, planks, ingots, bolts, and sections. Don't refine everything into dowels because that's not going to be helpful to you. These are used for making inscriptions, and that means you can't make any of the crafting components to make your items. So you just want to sit here and just craft as much of this as you can. And as you notice, the more you craft, the faster this goes up. So you don't have to sit here for hours waiting. Now, for bronze ingots, you need to have lumps of tin. And you get lumps of tin from a master weapon, well, your master craftsman. They provide you the materials you need to do that. So here's the tin. In almost all cases, don't buy this from the trading post. Buy this stuff from the master craftsman, except for a few exceptions. One of the biggest exceptions is this one. Oh god, I've been doing this wrong. Crap, I've been wasting money. Okay, never mind the crazy person who's been wasting money on the trading post buying items. Okay, so getting these items, you want to get these items from your master craftsman. Check the trading post every so often to see if you can get them for cheaper, but I have just found these are not cheaper on the trading post. So, you can buy up, I'm going to buy some tin, and then you can deposit this in your collectibles to be used for later, and then we're going to craft some bronze. One thing I do want to bring up is you don't always have to store everything in here. Like I said in the banking episode, say I have some extra ingots, I can put them in my bank, and I can still utilize these when crafting. Okay, first item I'm going to show you is a rune. Runes are made from your basic crafting component, whether it's ingots, jute, or leather. These are used for making runes, and then you need a rare item, well, a rare crafting component. So if I put these two together in the Discovery tab, I have discovered this rune. It gives me a lot more experience, as you would have seen. And now, I can craft it in here whenever I want. So that's how you make runes. A bag. Okay, I have to go over to the armor smith. To make a bag, every single time you hit your new rank, so when you hit Novice, Initiate, Apprentice, Journeyman, Adept, Master, all of those, you get a bag. So to start off, you get an 8-slotted bag. Doesn't cost anything extra. Then you'll get this. I'll show you in a little bit all the bags, and I'll talk more about bags in a bit when we talk about the full crafting. Right, so the first thing you need to do to make your actual weapon, is to make a dowel. In the case of anyone making armor, you need to make inscriptions. Not inscriptions, insignias. So, I've made a dowel already. Then you have to pick out which inscription you're going to go with. So this one gives you extra health, this one gives you extra power, and this one condition damage. We're going to make a power one. Now we have an inscription in our bag. These can also be stored in your bank to be used on other characters. These are not soulbound. And you can also sell these at the trading post as well. So we're going to make an axe. So it requires a axe blade. and a small haft. Now, if you don't know which ones go together, you can look at the item and it will say the small green haft is used for axes and maces. And then you can look through these and like find the corresponding piece you need. So, coming into the Discovery tab, we're going to double click the axe bits and then the inscription. And we've discovered the axe. We got a bunch of experience, which is how you will level up this later on in the game. And we now have an axe. Where's the axe? There's the axe. So we have one of these axes. How you actually level up this crafting is you keep on crafting these items. But you might be thinking, how do I get more and more? Well, you keep on making these inscriptions and weapons. Because we're at 17 right now. I'm going to make 2 of these axes just from Discovery. That's got us up 3 levels, and that's just crafting those axes. And that's 3 inscriptions, those 3 inscriptions towards axes. You can also put those inscriptions towards daggers, greatswords, hammers, maces, shields, swords, and other items, whatever you can craft. And that's how you boost yourself up in here. Now, the last item we're going to look at is the actual back piece, which is a new item to the crafting system. Well, these are some relatively new skins. So what you first need is to look at the recipe. You instantly discover this every time you level up. So what this requires is crafter's frame, a simple weaponsmith tools. We have the backpack frame from our master craftsman. Next, you can actually press this view recipe to go into another tab. So one thing you could do over here, like say you need greatswords, but you don't have any bronze made, you can click on that view recipe and go straight to the bronze, craft it. Well, let me actually show you here. We can press this, come here, craft one, close it, and now we're back at this recipe and we can craft. So this is something that is important for a little bit of a stat boost and customizable. So you can choose what kind of stat you want on it. So I'm just going to put, let's go mighty. You'll get 2. Oh, wow, I thought you only got 1 for each of these. So you get +2 to a stat. You press accept. Now this is account bound. It can be moved on any characters. And you need this for when you level up. This will be used on the 2nd tier. So let me actually just hop over here. So as you can see, the weaponsmith has all of these backpacks. So it goes from simple to a sturdy to a practical to an intricate to, I think, elegant to ornate. Some kind of combination of that. But you need the previous one to actually craft it all the way up. And now you can actually equip this item. And there it is. The little back piece you'll have on, and this will just get bigger and bigger as you continue on. So I'm going to insert some footage of me doing some stuff with the Mystic Forge. That's another way to craft. Now, this is the Mystic Forge. This big, well-looking thing here. It's also referred to as the Mystic Toilet because it is the slot machine in Guild Wars 2. You dump a bunch of items in, you might get something you want out of it. Also, you can combine items to get special things like this focus that I have. This hourglass focus, it's only available by depositing certain items into the forge. So you can get special items like this focus or other things into the forge. The forge, how it works is you deposit some items in, well, actually, first, you can find the forge in Lion's Arch. In Lion's Arch, over here, in the Mystic Plaza, with this symbol. Its curator is Mayani over here. She provides many items to do forging, recipes for people trying to go for their legendaries, and some gift of blades for some content that's no longer available in the game, but you can find some of that stuff around. So to use the forge, you press F, you get the forge. Now it has all the items here on what you can do. So one thing is put in everything of the same rarity. So I'm putting in 4 foci that are green, and I toss them in. And then you're either going to get something that is green or a higher rarity than what you put in. So I got a rare focus. Then this can be put in again with other items, but we're just going to go for these bows, stick some in, and we get another bow out. People do this thing for hours trying to get special things. So you get some items. Most people either will toss them back in and try and get some exotic items because this is the way to get a precursor for your legendary. Or, like I'm about to do, sell them and see if I can get a profit. No. Yes. 6. Math. Yes. Okay. So that's how the forge works. Just throw things in and you'll probably get what you want out. This thing is always gets some update of some kind for every patch. So this year for the Year of the Ram, well, for the current thing of the Year of the Ram, there's a back piece you can make by putting in some items and then you get a rare back piece. During other holidays, there are recipes like putting in presents and you can get some snowflakes out of it. Right, other way around. You put some snowflakes into it and you get some presents. There's all kinds of stuff the forge can be used for. And now we're going to look at the crafting of another character, and I'm going to go over in depth what it will look like when you get higher level crafting. Okay, for this demonstration, we're going to look at tailoring. Once you hit a certain rank, you will discover Mastercraft, well, Master Insignias. These are much higher quality insignias you can get, well, insignias and inscriptions. They require more, materials to make, and they increase stats so much more. So here we have a regular Mighty Mask is 11 power. A Masterwork Mighty Mask is 7 power. And you discover these Masterwork things as soon as you level up to the proper level. Once you get into Initiate and above that, you not only get access to the Masterwork, you also get access to the rare items, but these have to be bought from your Master Craftsman in the Insignia tab. These are all the recipes you can get. Just make sure you're buying the proper ones. You can hover over these and it'll say if you can actually craft these. So like if I'm all the way down here, well, there's not a good example, but your profession will be in red instead of green. And if it's in green, that means you can buy it. So like here, since I'm going to need this later. So here you can see the Ravaging Masterwork is this much of, you need 5 thread and then 8 venom sacks. Once you go to the rare version of it, you then need 2 bolts of wool, 10 spools of thread, and 15 venom sacks. And then you get so much more out of this, like just a regular fine quality, a blue quality item will get you 15-7. We'll get you +5 and +7. The rare work will get you +9, +13 on those stats. It's very good. Definitely helps leveling characters up. The other bit, I'm actually going to turn this all on. The other bit I'm going to show you is I'll show you the backpacks quick just to show you that you do need the previous one. So like if I want to make this elegant one, I need the ornate, which needs the intricate, which needs the practical, which needs the sturdy, which needs the simple, and there. So as you can see, you need each of these back pieces to continue on to the next recipe. Now bags. You'll start out with these 8-slot bags, and then you'll get each of these as you go up. But as you notice, you need these runes. And these runes can be found by your Master Craftsman, and this is the cheapest area you can get them. You'll be lucky if you can find these for cheap on the trading post. You definitely want to just come here. So you have to craft these bags. So this one requires this minor rune, and as you go up and need more, as your bags get bigger, they need bigger and bigger runes, which get more expensive. And one thing you would have noticed is there's 3 bags here. You have your regular bag, which is just like any bag. Like this one, it's a regular bag. Then you have a invisible bag, which hides all items you have in your inventory from being sold. So as you can see here, I have these items that can be sold, but if they're invisible, they're safe from it. Also works for the trading post in that regard. Then you have a special bag For tailors, it's a Craftsman bag. For leatherworkers, it's an oiled bag. And for armor smiths, it's an equipment bag. So this one stores all crafting items gathered in your Craftsman bag. And an oiled bag puts all junk items here, and an equipment bag puts all equipment into that bag. It's just a really good way to organize. I personally like to run with at least one invisible bag and one oiled bag, and then the other two will either be a regular bag or a Craftsman bag. Yeah, that's it for this episode of Guild Wars 2 Basics. Join me next time when I do something. I need to look at my script. Join me next time when we're going to be talking about the Black Line Trading Post. Until then, hit like, subscribe, hit me up on the Twitters, and have a day.